Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the Rollers Guide. This is your first time being here, which is weird because this is part 11 in this little campaign that we're starting, that we've been playing. Our campaign's called All for One, A Trail of Ash and Sand. We are going to be continuing that campaign tonight. As a quick reminder, I would like to have you all, if you like the video, like it, and if you want to see more, hit subscribe. And I just want to say, I looked at the analytics, and a lot of you aren't subscribed, so do it. It's free.
Wow.
We give you hours and days worth of content. All right?
Sam, it's like we're a real YouTube channel.
So anyways, I would personally think it's a favor to me if you hit subscribe. So thank you all. And with all that said, last time,
Incredible. Incredible. I love it.
Last time, our party found their way into the library where the party left with more. I wrote this recap like 2 weeks ago, so I gotta rememorize it.
Yeah.
Where the party left with more questions than answers, like, why do the history books only give credit to Liam McCarthy for ending the Great War? If Death's Veil has a cure, what is it? If the wielder of one's powers created the obelisks, how can they be destroyed without doing more damage? And how does Cora Teshkill get all this information? The world may never know. We rejoined our party on the day of the trial of Morvius Dalmas and Derek the Guard.
Derek.
Oh yeah, Derek.
Yeah. We open up to your room. You have 2 envelopes had been slid under your the door to the guest house where you're all staying. One of them is addressed to all of you. The other one is addressed specifically to just Barrick. The one that is addressed to all of you is a summons from the Empresses to talk about what's your decision with the Morvius Dalmas. If you wanna try to plead for his fate, or are you just good to just let him go and die? Yeah. So, morning, everybody. There's that. Barrick is opening up his envelope and just put something in his pocket. So,
Can I pick his pocket?
You want to pick his pocket?
He's putting something
Let's see what
in
he put
his
in there.
pocket?
Yeah, he got something in an envelope, and he pulled it out of the envelope and put it in his pocket. If you want to try to pick his pocket.
I'm just gonna reach in and ask, "What's this?"
Oh, hey, that's something from my sister.
Oh my gosh, she and I are gonna go clubbing.
Yeah, she mentioned that. I don't know how I feel about that. She's upset that I haven't visited sooner, and she took an opportunity to put some. She basically put a teleportation spell in these cards that you're holding now, and I can use them to teleport back here and visit her more often. Because
Pretty cool. That's so cool.
yeah,
That's so good. I'm gonna put them in my pocket. I'm so happy for you.
Actually, can I have those back, please? Like, I don't.
Oh my gosh, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I give them back.
Thanks, Akari. So
No problem.
we kind of ended off talking about this before we went to bed last night. So what's the plan with the blood assassin? Are we just gonna say that we're good to not bring him back, or? Because I'll be honest with you guys, if you guys don't want to bring him back, because he is a crazy freaking dude, and I'd honestly, logistically speaking, I don't know how we're gonna do that. So if we don't want to do that or try,
We didn't either. Yeah, Barrick, let me get some coffee in me first. But and Sam, it goes without saying, but I'm activating my strength that connect ability, and I just, if I did my math right, just hit the 15 threshold to do it. So We're fine. We're good, but I was a little nervous.
That's totally okay. No worries.
Anyway, yeah, Barrick, let me get some coffee in me first, but, yeah, I guess we should make sure we're on the same page about this, but I'm fine with leaving him here
Okay.
to face execution.
Jordan?
Can I use my connection to Solar and see, like, ask them, like, what should we do, maybe?
Oh, yeah, no, you can totally do that.
Like, is it if we leave this guy behind, is everything gonna be chill, or are we gonna be in a lot more trouble than if we bring him with us, which seems like will also get us into some trouble.
So I want to ask you how you want to do this. Do you want to have a private conversation in your head, or do you want to bring Solar into the room?
I would like to try to bring Solar to the room, but if I can't, like, manage that, if I can just get, like, a connection to him.
Yeah, sure. What did I make a thing for that?
Yeah, it's under my abilities on the second page. Choose your special die.
That's just for reviving people.
Oh, that's just for reviving.
Yeah. So I can say this is without. You don't need to do a check with this because you have a strong connection with Solar that's been stated in this campaign so far. So you can just, if you want to roll me just your special die, I'll roll a check to see if you make it. Yeah, you just got to beat a 5, and this will
14.
14, perfect. Oh, you beat it by almost 10. It's pretty good. Yeah. So you're focusing on your connection to Solar, and you can hear a little mouse scurrying outside that kind of peeps under your door, and eventually just turns into this larger but still a raccoon-sized raccoon. And he's in his petticoat. He's in his outfit that you usually see him in. And he goes, "Oh, sorry. Oh, Ellinor. I wasn't expecting a call from you today. Is everything okay?"
Well, yes and no.
Oh, hi, hi everyone.
This is. Hi.
I'm Solar. I'm
What the fuck?
I don't know how to respond to that.
I love your coat.
Sorry.
Thank
that
you.
was rude.
I made it.
I can't summon my guy here. And you're a little bit bigger than my guy.
Yeah.
What does your guy look like?
A real douchebag.
I'm not familiar with that deity. Is
Oh, it's the lines between.
Oh, that asshole. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, see, as I said, a real douchebag.
Anyways, sorry, Ellinor, you said you had something to ask.
Well, I think we all are curious because we're at a little bit of an impasse, and we think we know what we want to do, but this quest that we're on right now.
Yes, you're trying to go. You're here in Gorul, as you are now, and you are trying to escort the prisoner, the blood assassin, back to Nexus.
Right. And we were just wondering if maybe you had any insight about, well, if we didn't do that, would that be more trouble for us than trying to get this, what seems like horrible individual back to Nexus City? Would it be worth it to just leave him behind? Because, well, from what we've gathered, he is less than ideal as people go.
As you're talking, Solar as a raccoon is walking around the room and is like opening up all the cabinets and pulling out like snacks and fruits and stuff like that and just putting them in his pockets.
Sure.
Well, it from what I understand and from what has been portrayed from your view of the world, if you and he's like taking like heaps of things out of the little refrigerator that it's in here, taking all the snacks. Um,
I worship. Matt worships him now.
if you leave him here, he will be put to death. That is correct.
Right.
So, I am the father of death, is what I have been called before, and I have to tell you that this person's life is not more worthy than any of the people that he has killed before. If you were to not escort him back, most likely the worst that would happen is another general of death will fill his place.
Hmm.
I mean, but we kind of figured that, right? We figured that he dies and either he just goes back to death or he gets replaced or whatever.
Death currently doesn't necessarily give second chances to his generals. They usually usually get demoted once they are taken by the enemy. So most likely he will never become a general of death again. I think at worst he would probably just become a those homunculus monsters that are just full of. Basically, he just become a bad guy, a really really pain in the butt. But
If he gets
let
demoted,
me ask you, oh high and mighty raccoon.
Solar, you don't no high and mighty. I'm actually quite short. I'm looking up at you.
Well, you're one of the like big three, so.
Oh, thank you.
Well, that's just a statement of fact, but I guess our conundrum here, and I still need to drink my coffee. So forgive me if this is not super coherent. But our dilemma is that he's going to get executed here, which maybe is not the best punishment for a general death, but maybe it is. I don't know, based on what you're saying. But our, I guess, employers right now want to bring him back. But to be honest with you, I think all of us have kind of gotten to the point where we feel like there's a bigger picture that we would rather focus on than just bringing this one death general back to the council. So I guess my question for you would be, does letting him, as far as you know, right, does letting him be executed help or hinder our larger goals?
Now, that is something that I can't speak on. I don't have the ability to see the future. I've always been the here and now. But I can tell you of my personal experience when it comes to the big picture, as you would have put it. Regardless of what you do here today, it will be one single stroke in the larger picture of your lives. If that makes any sense. So, do what you will today, and just know that you'll have to live with that tomorrow. But I personally am just getting over the shoulda, coulda, woulda mentality. Especially so now working with my good friend Ellinor here has been kind of put a perspective of like you only can live in the here and now. It's not worth living in the past. I wish you all luck, though. I really do. And if as long as Ellinor is with you, I will be with you as well. It seems like this is your breakfast time, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, I ate a couple hours ago, but yeah.
Well, I'm going to, and he
I'll
reaches
tell you
into the
now.
pocket where he's been putting all the food and just pull out. He just summons a huge buffet of like eggs, bacon, sausages, vegan versions of those things, pancakes, waffles, the whole 9 yards.
You got a
Basically,
pot of coffee in there?
1 second. What other? Let me reach into his other pocket. Decaf or no decaf?
Decaf is an insult to coffee.
Okay. I usually drink tea, but all right then. And he pulls out an espresso machine. He goes, all right, if you want
Even better.
caffeine, boom! There you are.
Even better.
That doesn't really seem necessary.
You got
Is it?
big pockets.
I am a maker.
Exactly.
I create things, and food is one of my specialities. So,
Ellinor, it seems like you've never had espresso before. Do you want to try some espresso?
don't do it.
Oh, that's far too much caffeine for me, dear.
I'm gonna make some espresso for everyone.
Eleanor, do you have any other questions for me before I go?
No, I think you've given us some good things to think about, and I appreciate you showing up and all of this breakfast buffet is lovely.
Well, this is a gift from both me and my siblings. So we do appreciate you reuniting us the other day. It felt good.
Oh, yes, that.
So yes,
Good.
I'm going to go back. We are playing a rousing game of poker. I am losing. So see you later.
Good luck.
Good luck with everything. Call if you need anything. Bye. It was nice meeting you all.
Yeah. You
Nice meeting you too.
He
You could say
walked.
thank you for the coffee.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much for the espresso machine. I appreciate it. I'm still just a little in awe that one of the big three gods is here.
He turns back into a mouse and runs underneath the door.
You seen one, you see them all. You know, when it comes to the big three.
How big do you think the poker
Well, you
table
saw the big
is?
No,
one.
you saw one who's like above the big three.
You see one, you see them all. You know.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Barrick goes, my life is never going to be the same after meeting all of you,
No.
is it?
Are you gonna
No,
get fired if
probably
we don't
not.
bring the guy back?
Yeah,
Probably.
Oh.
that's
Are you
okay.
thinking of just marrying here in Zara with your sister?
Barrick, let me just get out there. Let me just get in front of it. You'd be way hotter if you didn't work for the government.
Okay.
And as we all know, Barrick's entire life is based on a washed-up punk person. Right? You're not still
Fuck
doing
you.
music?
My
No,
solo
I'm
album
nervous
sold
that maybe you
very
are still
well.
doing
Thank
music.
you very much.
I'm sorry, I thought you
Uh,
were retired.
Barrick goes, ooh, friendly fire. Yeah, Amy, I think, pretty much convinced me, especially after giving me these teleportation cards. I think I'm done. I think I'll still be friends with Liam McCarthy, and I think he'll hopefully still be friendly with me. But like, I don't need to work for that. I got other opportunities. I want to be no, never mind.
What's your dream, Barrick? What do you want to be when you grow up?
An artist?
I want to open an art
Wanna be a dancer?
studio, and I want to teach underprivileged people in Nexus City how to use art as an expression. And I mean, Haley was a bit inspiration to me because they started so young, and I want that same opportunity for other people. I mean, it's silly, but we should eat.
That's lovely.
We should eat.
That's very
okay,
sweet,
Eric.
I think
not
that's
silly at all.
If and when we get back to Nexus City,
If
I
what
think
do
it
you
would
know
be
that I don't know? What if?
I serve him a pile of
So
eggs.
this has been a crazy few days, but when we get back to Nexus City, I think it would be beneficial for you to meet my husband and potentially, I mean, he's been looking to get into some philanthropy since his company is just growing like crazy.
What is husband?
Wait a minute, Ellinor.
Oh.
Ellinor, are you rich?
Oh yeah.
Why did
What?
Is this Steve Jobs that you're married to?
Essentially.
Hey, hang on a second, everybody. Fuck going to this trial. I need to know more about Ellinor's.
Ellinor lore drop?
Let's go home. We're rich.
Yeah, we're all getting adopted by Ellinor.
Yes,
Why do you think my kids can survive running a blacksmith shop and an antique store?
Yeah.
That's making sense now.
Yeah. Anyway,
I thought they just followed their dreams.
well,
Hey,
of course they did, but
I know lots of people that have struggled and are just doing their best with antique shops. So good for your kids that they don't have that they can both have an antique shop and be doing okay.
yeah. I mean, they've worked hard, but I can't say they weren't given a nice head start. But anyway, Barrick, when you get back, we can get you that art studio.
I would thank you,
Man,
Eleanor.
it's not what you know, it's who you know,
It's who you
right?
know. That's I think that's in one of my songs.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
You don't? No, never mind.
There's been a lot of songs, not all in the band. I didn't write all of them. Okay, I just a member.
Barrett goes, I mean, really, true fans know, and like, you really can't be a true fan if you're actually in the thing too. So
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
What time does this
Have
guy
you
get
guys
murdered
seen
today?
Kelly Clarkson not recognize her own song on
20
her own
minutes ago?
show?
It's embarrassing.
It's so funny.
It's very funny. I do love that clip of Anne Hathaway jumping
Yep.
in with it and Kelly Clarkson looking embarrassed as hell.
Yep, falling on the ground.
Anyway.
Who are those people?
Don't worry.
They're
about it.
other famous artists.
Oh, okay, cool. So let's eat breakfast. It looks like the empresses are expecting us probably later afternoon, so we can do stuff, figure things out, what we want to do. There's a couple of shops down in the Undercity that I've been wanting to go to, so I'm probably gonna do that after this. So,
People here?
well, the Undercity, yeah.
I see.
Maybe we should go look at the Undercity. 'cause
Yeah, I feel like we should.
I feel like we haven't seen a single human being.
Can we go with you, Barrick?
Yeah, sure. Does anyone want to do anything at breakfast before I move on?
We're just gonna keep eating breakfast.
I'm
Maybe
going
I'll
to
make some-
try- Go ahead.
I'll make some potions and charms. I don't know what they'll do.
You just random stuff.
Well, I have a list on my character sheet of charms and potions I can make, but
I can say
just gonna make-
before. Did you want to go out with everyone, or did you want to just stay back and do that?
I'll do that. I'll stay back and do that.
Okay, I'll say you can.
I'm thinking about my own. You know, there are a lot of questions about morality and what's right and wrong, and the raccoon god had a great point, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna muse on that as I make some good luck charms and fertility charms and love potions and laxatives and other just things.
No, I mean I'll say that within the time you're able to make like 3 potions, if you wanted
Excellent.
to. Either 3 potions or 1 potion and 2 charms. Whatever works for you.
Okay. 1 potion, 2 charms.
So, you guys go out into the Undercity. Barrick was able to direct you there. He says that Amy showed him how to get here yesterday while you guys ditched him and were figuring out the whole thing with the blood assassin and stuff like that. He did a lot of things without you guys.
We had a lot of time.
Flora was there for some of it because Flora was not feeling the best, but wanted to keep up with the rest of the group. That was when you did a half shift. So we, you get into the Undercity, and it looks like it's daylight. It's not dark. It's not gloomy, but there seems to be some sort of artificial light. And you see a bustling, lively city of people walking around. School is in session, so you see it's still pretty early in the day. So you see some school-age kids walking to what you would assume a school. They look like they're all in a uniform. And like there's some coffee shops. There's some general stores. Barrick specifically is going to the tinkering shop where he's going to look for more things to make more spells for himself because he doesn't have natural magic like you guys. So yeah. Anything in particular that you guys want to try to look for while you're in the Undercity, or just looking around?
I just am surprised that there are actually people here.
Bear goes, yeah. Well, it's still technically like summertime right now, and in deserts it's usually really hot during the day. So they made the Undercity like hundreds of years ago after the giants left, were gone. They made it so people could still like grow crops. They could still do jobs during the summer season. And it seems like normally people don't usually go outside until after sundown, where it's a lot cooler. At least that's from what I gather. I'm just gonna stop in this shop real quick. I'm just looking for a couple of things. I just need like extra canvas books and a couple more paintbrushes for my collection.
Are there any plant shops around?
Oh yeah, you can. There's definitely a botanist nearby.
I'd like to
I would
go
like
there
to buy
too.
a few plants.
Yeah.
In soil.
Okay. What is everyone else doing? Akari is staying behind. Flora, did you stay behind, or are you going with?
I'm going with, but I'm just exploring. Unless someone needs help, and then I'll assist.
Okay.
Haley will stay behind too, just to make sure no one's,
Yeah, that was weird.
alone, just in case anything weird happens.
I'd like to go to the plant shop as well.
And Marrika, what do you want to do?
I will go wherever everybody else is. I'll go with Bear because
Strength and
buddy
numbers.
system.
Yeah.
But I just didn't believe that there were people in this city. I thought she was ruling over no one.
I'll go to the plant shop because I'm so curious about why she wants plants.
Would you like to see?
Yes?
Flora and Ellinor are at the plant shop.
Yep.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me look at this. Oh, I don't know if I can bring you in. Can I show them my pocket realm?
You can.
Pocket
can?
realm.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna just like, I don't know, do like a little line thing and then invite them in. And in my pocket realm are 6 plants and the heart.
Why?
All right. First of all, can you describe what it looks like in your pocket realm? And you can make it look whatever you want.
Oh, no, you know what it absolutely is? You know that old screensaver of the hill on Microsoft with like the sun? That's literally what it is for miles. And on the ground are my 6 plants and the little heart that's next to it.
Why the heart?
Well, the heart is living matter, and I think that I can convert living matter into healing points for like my friends. So I'm keeping this here so that I can like pick these things up and then destroy them in battle and then use that to give healing to people.
That's really cool.
That's very creative.
But I want them to be living until I need them, so hence the soil. Also, in my pocket realm is a little framed little one statue. And that's my pocket realm.
That I don't know
Okay.
what I was expecting you to want the heart for. But this makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, what else would I have used the heart for?
I don't know, but usually when people do deals with Doc, it just doesn't. You know.
Yeah.
Shape.
The teeth.
Yeah. He put them back.
I get it.
It's fine. I can eat solid food.
It's so true. You did get them back.
All right. So you guys pop back out into the plant shop. The plant shop owner is like, what just happened? You guys were here and then you're not here.
I'm gonna do a little flourish to distract her. Nothing weird is happening here.
Okay,
We're just magicians.
This not helping. Okay, roll me a charm check. All right.
I'm doing my thing.
Oh, you're gonna do what thing are you gonna do?
I'm going to use ringleader. Which one is it? I'm just going to use my circus knowledge to channel a ringleader to distract
your
the
circus
shopkeeper.
knowledge.
What do you want me to roll for this?
You're gonna roll charm check this DC because you decided to do this specifically. It is going to be a DC 15. Okay, you have to beat that at least.
Do I get to use my special?
You can. Oh, because you said freaking circus things. I have to say yes. Okay.
I'm still not going to be able to get it, I don't think. I got it!
Got it.
I got a 19.
The shopkeep is who is like a very young looking human woman is like you know what, pop off, you got this, good job. What can I do for you guys? Are you looking for anything specific? Are we I know it is wedding season's coming up, so well, people don't usually get married in the summertime, so it's fall is usually wedding season here in the desert. So is there any are we looking for anything like that? And from what your face reactions say, no, that's not why you're here. So we're looking for
We're from out of town, and I think we were just interested in seeing some of the local shops.
Yeah. Well, we mostly supply desert plants, so mostly cacti, and some shrubs and bushes, specifically. We actually have a large amount of lizards that we also sell here, which are great for maintaining personal gardens from desert pests and stuff like that.
Thank you. That's very interesting and very helpful. I think we're just gonna browse around a little bit, and if we need any help, we'll let you know.
I just need 3 plants.
Oh, okay.
Any 3, preferably cheaper.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask. Customer's always
Okay.
right. Yeah, I mean we got these. What are the little plants that we
Succulents?
we have several succulents right here they only go for about $1 a piece right now. Because they're very low.
I would like. Are they non-spiky?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take
And I'll also take one.
Sure. Yeah. So $3 from Ruth and $1 from Ellinor.
Oh,
remember how
I'll
much
I'll
money
pay
I
for
have.
that.
I don't remember
Thanks,
how much money I
Ellinor.
have.
You each had $500 as a budget, and you have spent almost exactly zero of that money.
Oh my god! Yay!
But Ellinor's rich, okay? Also, I don't have a house key anymore because I gave it to that one random woman. So I need all the money I can get.
I forgot about
We
that.
kind of wait back to Ruth's house right now. There's a cat woman that's currently living on her sofa.
You know what? And I'm sure that my mom loves it.
All right, we're gonna cut back to the tinkering shop where Marrika and Barrick are shopping right now, or Marrika's just chilling out.
I'm just there.
Barrick goes, so Marrika, how's been this trip for you? I feel like a lot of people have had some revelation while they're here, but I feel like you haven't had a lot of that on this way here.
I mean, everything that we've come across is pretty wild. But I can't help being a little disappointed that there wasn't like a better fix for Death's Veil other than sacrificing a guy, sacrificing someone.
Well,
Like, I guess it's good to know the background on everything. But, like, we don't even know how to do the sacrifice
so
or anything like that.
I didn't read those books that you were reading on. Like, and from what I've heard from secondhand is like this guy was kind of like the enemy of Death. Like Death had a bit of a vendetta against him. And if this guy is one of the two that were hidden from history that say that actually ended the Great War, this guy might be powerful enough to actually kill Death.
Yeah.
And Death's Veil from that. So I feel like if you find this guy, you might be able to figure that part out.
I don't know. Yeah, that's the next step.
I'm sorry that you're not getting your concrete answers. I bet, as Haley said earlier, I think this is the bigger picture involved in this one.
I just guess I wasn't expecting it. Like, I just kind of seemed like it was going to happen. And now there's more. And I don't know. I just...
My mistake. I was playing with the soundboard and that was unfortunate.
It worked really well.
That's funny.
Anyway.
Incredible. Incredible.
And in the distance, a trumpet band start playing ska music.
God, music. I don't know. It's been a weird couple of days.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of information that's come at us. I'm processing it. I didn't even sign up to, work with the government. Just got this letter. I was happy in my little laboratory trying to tinker with stuff. Now I can turn my arms into robots.
Which, I mean, for somebody that likes to tinker with things, that seems pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. It's just been a lot for somebody who weird and cool stuff doesn't happen to. It's an adjustment. Like, the coolest thing that ever happened to me before this trip, well, actually, before this trip was, like, I don't know, meeting all of family history of arrhythmia when I was, like, 14, because I snuck into a place that I shouldn't have been. And now I'm literally working with Haley Osborne. It's just...
You met all of them?
Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
It wasn't like a... Actually, it was a really funny story. So my friend and I missed their show because we were 14 and we weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
We couldn't get in. We didn't have fake IDs or tickets or anything like that. But so we just hung out at stage at like the door behind the stage because we were like, oh, maybe they'll come outside. So we're standing in this crowd and other people start to leave the venue. So we're like, oh, maybe they're coming out now. And then they decide that they're gonna like meet some of the people, and so we're there, and it was really funny because Jared came up to us, which I guess now, well, no, Jared's still cool. Nobody wants to be drafted in the military, but he came up and he was like, hi, I'm Jared, or Jared, and we were like, yeah, we know.
That's really cool that happened. I mean, I would be telling everyone that if that was me.
Yeah. The rest of them are really cool too, but it was just really funny because we were like, yeah, Jared, we are aware that who you are.
Well, that just really speaks to how down to earth they were back then. Because I always got the vibe from the band, like they never knew how popular they got. But
I don't think so either.
Yeah, and I think even now,
also,
like Haley,
they didn't get like super popular because it was still like they were still not like mainstream. But yeah, like my zines didn't do great, so they weren't like.
You say that, but they did as well as they needed to.
They did do as well as they needed to. You are correct.
They got like, to me as somebody who was under the watch of Sir Liam McCarthy, who was very much against the whole rebellion type of scene that Haley was a part of, or is a part of. But yeah.
I guess I'm still just really protective over my band that nobody at school knew about, and like that was my one like piece of cool.
Well, I mean, not everyone can be a real one like you. So So, we should get everyone back. We should probably get ready to meet the empresses. I'm still wearing I feel like I should not be putting like a suit on or something, before addressing them.
I mean, we've literally talked to them a bunch of times.
Yeah, but now we have had the opportunity to shower. So
I suppose that's true.
And I really need to take a shower. I'm not a night showerer. I couldn't do that before bed, and I feel like I need to do this before. Great. Does anyone in the floral or botanist shop want to do anything before we head back? Great. So you all get back to the room. Is there anything you guys want to do before we cut to you guys talking to the empresses?
Akari and I were playing cards.
Oh my god, Haley, you're cheating again.
I'm not cheating.
You're definitely cheating.
I'm not cheating.
Okay.
How do you even cheat?
Oh, easily.
You're finding a way. Hey, so I think, as I've been working here and playing this cheat of a game with you, I think I've decided that we should still try to save the guy. Or at least that's my personal opinion. I don't think anyone else is going to agree with me, but...
That is interesting. Why do you think we should save him?
Well, I've come to realize, right, that, now that I know a little bit more about, Kitsune and, where I've been, where I'm supposed to be, all that, fun stuff. I've been kind of noodling on that over the last, 8.5 hours that it's been. And it's pretty clear to me that, my sense of morality is, different from everyone else's, right? I don't really care about things in the same way. I eat people. I eat their souls and then they're trapped until I'm done with them and spit them out and, bye. But, from everything that you guys have been saying about like wanting to save people, it just seems a little, I don't know, brutal for some like 6.5 random people to decide who lives and dies, you know? But like totally do your thing. You know, like don't let me get in your head. Because I might eat it. Kidding.
No, I mean, look, I get what you're saying. And, I mean, ultimately, right, it's not up to us. It's up to the Empress. And I'm just not sure that he is convincible on this.
Yeah.
But I get your point, right? I mean, deciding who lives, who dies, who tells your story.
I shoot him. Kidding. Oh, I do have a gun.
You do have a gun.
I do have a gun.
No, deciding who lives and who dies, I mean, that's not. Yeah, it seems like a lot of responsibility.
And like my main concern before was like getting him back, right? Because he seems to be like really powerful. And like, that would be a problem. But like the Empress can probably just like, I mean, those teleportation cards in Barracks?
Barracks.
Not Derek. Derek, he's our good friend.
Yes.
Eric's pocket. Like, we could just teleport him back and hand him over, right?
I'm not 100% sure that's how those work. I guess we'd have to ask him, but
I don't know. Go fish, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't ask a single thing.
Didn't ask, but still picked up a card.
Do you have any fours?
Okay, now I know you're cheating. I hand him 6 4s.
You're the one who's cheating. Anyway,
6 fours. There's two playing with 2 decks.
Akari slipped in an extra deck into the game.
I mean,
I didn't mean to like ruin your day. You know, you're
no,
still
no,
crossing
no.
out.
I understand what you're saying here, and I get it. I think there's a lot of pain there on the Empress's part because he killed her son. I don't know. I mean, maybe we could convince her to spare him, but like keep him in her custody. But I don't know that she's going to be willing to release him to the custody of, the Great Alliance, because
I do
there's
think we
obviously a
should
lot of
like.
baggage there.
I do think we should probably try to, make sure Derek comes out okay. That's kind of like our fault.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't help me when I fell, but
No, I think it was important to inform them what was going on there, but I'm not sure one way or another yet whether he had control over his own faculties when he betrayed them. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they've learned anything that might say it one way or another. Ruth kind of destroyed the line connecting him to death, so he probably doesn't remember anything, which makes it a little harder. But also, now that there's no connection, maybe he's not a threat anymore. I don't know. It's worth bringing up. As for the blood assassin, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that. I understand what you're saying, that it feels wrong to be making this decision. But also, if we don't make the decision, someone else is going to make the decision. You know, the Great Alliance, if we do bring him back, I can't imagine what they will do to him to try to learn whatever information they're trying to get. And then they will probably just execute him themselves after they get whatever information they want.
Yeah. But, like, we don't know that. Oh, Uno, by the way.
Wrong card game.
Oh.
You're doing it
Maybe we
wrong.
should
If you
go over
only
the
have
rules
one
again.
card in your hand, you are doing the game wrong.
At this point, everyone else has come enters the room.
Hey.
Are you guys playing Yahtzee?
Yes.
Okay.
Yahtzee, there's no dice. What?
I don't know. Akari's like shaking something, and she's I don't know.
Oh, these are some of my new charms.
Oh, cool! I didn't know you did that.
I do. This is like what I did for the magic shop. Here, Barrick, why don't you have this one? It's for, like, I don't think you need it, but it's the one that's in my hand at the moment, and I don't want to give you the other one. This one's a charm for extra, like, confidence in yourself, in your abilities.
Thanks.
It's like a little morality boost.
I like
Little
this.
pep talk in the pocket.
This would feel a lot better if you didn't say that you just didn't want to give me the other one.
Well, the other one, it would be a little weird if I gave it to you. If you want it, I can give it to you.
I'm okay. I thank you very much, Akari. I do appreciate this. Yeah. You guys wrap everything up. You guys get dressed if you want to change your outfit, whatever, and then make your way to the throne room. You're in the throne room, and it is just the two empresses standing in front of their thrones. There is Empress Koroteshkil and the empress that you know as General Timon, whose full name is Xanthe Timon. So that was in the letter. I forgot to say it out loud. So both of them seem to be wearing dresses. Timon was usually in a uniform last time you saw them, but they seem like in a more casual summer dress, it seems like. Still having gladiator sandals on, so still very fierce. Still carrying the hatchet that she was carrying when you first met her. So, anyways. Timon goes, it's good to see you all here at a timely manner. I guess we have to discuss the fate of the blood assassin. I'm gonna say out loud, I'm going to kill that man if he's here for one more day. So if he makes it to sunrise and he's not on a boat on the way back with you guys, he's definitely dead. So what's your decisions?
Are we waiting for anyone else?
Nope. Just it's us 7. Wait, no, 7, 8. There's 6 of you, including Barrick, and then the 2 empresses.
Well, first, I'd like to inquire. We would like to inquire about Derek,
the trader who assisted the blood assassin and helped summon the army that is currently marching through the desert and will be here by nightfall.
Correct.
Yeah.
What is his punishment to be?
He will be put on trial, where it will be determined how involved he was in the betrayal, and depending on that, could be as light as a banishment, or he would be put to death, depending on if he did anything heinous alongside with that.
If he was not in control of his own faculties, if after your investigation, after the trial, it's determined he was not in control of his own faculties, banishment would still be his punishment?
So when we took him under arrest, and I'll put this out of your mind now. We put him under arrest, and we had several of our psychic mages, people that could read minds, more in tune with that, examined his mind, and they came with no evidence that there was any tampering of any sort along that. It was odd that he does have a gap in his memory of ever meeting Morbius right now, but I don't know anything really about that. But
Yeah. Okay.
but
Well,
since it wasn't found that he was under anyone's control doing that, it does seem like he did this willingly.
of his own volition.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad you at least checked, so you're not just banishing or possibly killing someone who might not be of their own mind.
Timon goes, well, yes. I mean, Cora here oversaw the whole thing, and Cora goes, yes, I personally dove in there and made sure everything was okay, and which it's very odd that he did this because he had such a good life here. He grew up in the city, and just out of the blue, it seems like this just happened.
Interesting.
Well, we just wanted to make sure you were taking proper precautions before you moved forward with judging him.
Next will be
Really?
basically we will judge him on his morality on the whole thing, and that will really indicate is if he is worthy for rehabilitation or if he's too far gone into death's grip. And so
Great.
Spooky.
So Derek is it will be on trial tonight as well. So you'll hear his testimony alongside Morbius. So let's get back to the reason why you are all here. What do you want to do with Morbius? I know my wonderful wife, Xanthe here, she wants to kill him herself, and I personally would be fine with that. But if you all can make an argument saying that we should spare him, then by all means try. We're giving you a private audience so you can have that opportunity.
I don't think you actually want to do it. I think you do, but
Do
I don't
what?
think you actually
Let him go or kill him?
kill him. I
Hmm.
don't think you want to kill him. I think you do because pain and grief is legitimate terrible things that you're going through, and I'm not pretending to understand that, but you keep offering us the opportunity to interfere.
It's a sign of good faith. I can't expect you to save the world if you're not willing to make the decision for this one man. I will just say, this is the beginning of the journey that you will all take. You'll have many more chances to make many more drastic decisions, which could end up with many people dying. Not just this one man. If this man were to go free at any point, and frankly, the Great Alliance has had no luck of subduing him, and my army is the only one that was able to do so. If he were to go free, he would kill thousands and thousands more. I think we did a survey on the world. His body count right now is in the hundreds of thousands. I think it's something like 700 something thousands.
That is crazy.
And that's not even including what his army has done, which is on the way right now.
Your Majesty, if I may,
Which one are you addressing?
both.
Okay.
Your Majesties, if I may. I think that there's no love lost necessarily between our group and this man, the blood assassin. He does truly seem to be the monster you have described him as. I think Akari's concern is over what it makes us if we do the same things that they would do.
Are you saying that you wish to not have a choice? Because that is also an option.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, and Akari, you can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. It seems to me that Akari's concern is that if you execute this man, if we have this man executed, whatever it may be, that it would make us no better than Death's army. Is that more or less your concern, Akari?
Well, yeah, that's certainly like in it. We also like asked him what he wanted. I think Ellie like asked him like if he wanted to stay here or like go back with us, and he was like, "No, I totally want to like stay here." So like the idea that he wants to like what he wants, if we take him back, then we're doing what we're supposed to do, which gives us more whatever assignments to, like you said, like save the world, whatever it is. Who knows? And like I think you definitely have the power to like just teleport him back there, but we'll like circle back to that. But I'm just not, I was saying earlier, like I eat people like for a living, so I'm not really one to like say things or what's right or wrong, but like I don't know. It just seems stooping to their level, and I think you're better than that.
General Timmons speaks up. I am not better than that.
Okay.
I am fully prepared to take on the emotional blow, which will be of murdering the man who took my one and only child that I carried in my body for 9 months away from me. I am willing to do that. And I can say, looks at Ellinor, as somebody who is a mother, there's certain lines that you are willing to cross for your child. But that's just me.
I do understand where you're coming from, and I can't imagine the pain that you have gone through. I am so lucky to have both of my children still. So I can't begin to comprehend the amount of pain that you've gone through. But I have to agree with Kari to some extent that we are just people. We don't have any right to play God and choose who gets to live and who has to die.
Cora speaks up. Well said. Ruth, Marrika, Flora, do any of you had anything you want to add on to that? I want to make sure that this is, because what it sounds like is that you don't want us to execute him, and you're wanting to take him back to Nexus City, because that's one of the two options that you have, because he cannot stay here.
If I can interject again here. So sorry. there's a lot of pain, a lot of anger, rightfully so. Again, we have no love lost for this man. If your wish is to, I don't know, exact some kind of punishment for what he did, it does seem to me that executing him sends him back to death. And how much of a punishment is it really to send him back to the one he wants to serve?
Yeah, that's like my only hang up with executing him is that, like, yeah, maybe death won't accept him back with open arms, but he'll still definitely be working for death.
Timon grabs the hatchet that's by her side and just says, I can guarantee you, any servants of death that I have faced up to this day has never returned to death. And that will not change tonight.
How do you know they've never returned to death?
We have ways.
What?
Would you like to elaborate?
So,
Well,
this is a different topic that we're getting on. And
no, actually, I think this is all very related.
Yeah, that's actually extremely connected because it's kind of like one of the major hangups we have. And if you can assure us that this isn't going to happen, then like, I'm cool walking away. I understand that we have different moral issues going on here. But I mean, I think that would put some of us to ease.
Fair enough. If that is what you wish. Turns to her. Timon turns to her wife. Are we okay with letting outsiders know this information? And Cora goes, I think they're in the know at this point for a lot of things. So this would just be another. Timon goes behind her throne, grabs a sword, throws it at, let's say, Akari.
Rude.
Whoa!
I'll fire my gun.
He's not throwing the sharp end, just kind of tosses it in your direction.
I totally drop it.
That is Giant's Steel. That is forged here in Gorel.
Ouch.
The flames that are in Gorel are blessed by Kassar, which makes it so nothing survives after they are burned by it. And some of that is translated into the steel that is forged here. So it literally kills everything. They just turn back into the magical entity that all life is afterwards. So they go back into the life pool, but they don't go back to death.
Is the ability to forge such weapons lost?
No.
If they
So
go
then
back to the light
Then
pool,
I have another problem here. Because I know you don't like the Great Alliance. I don't love them either. Why, if the power to make blades that would stop the Horde of Death permanently is something that you still have, would you not share that with the world?
I would like for you. This is Timon speaking to you. Do you think that we haven't tried? Do you think that we had all of these abilities and didn't send people from our kingdom carrying all this thing all the way to the capital of Nexus City, slap down a pile of steel in front of McCarthy and whatever head of one at the time was, and just go, here's the solution to your problem. You don't think we did that? We did that a long time ago. They used what we had, and then they stopped accepting any more.
Why?
I don't know.
Is Barrick in the room?
Barrick is in the room.
Okay, Barrick, any insight about your boy McCarthy with this situation here?
That does check out. I do remember, I think that was more when he was more involved with the military. He did that yeah, that does check out. He does have a giant steel sword. So he has something that has that. I think it was really more when they started going from more into guns when they stopped taking that.
Well, guns don't do fucking anything against these guys. This is just a mess, as always.
You know what this might be, to be completely honest?
Please, I would love some insight from this.
I'm starting to think what this might be is not our fucking problem. I really think that at this point, I don't care. I really don't care. After being dicked around by one, excuse me.
Wow.
That was Zuzu, not Ruth.
Letting the language
Damn, Ruth has snapped.
Ruth has had it up to here with the one.
Give that bitch some more play.
After being pulled around by multiple sentient or all-knowing, quote, not actually all-knowing beings, and being tasked with different things, not only by the Great Alliance, but also by both of you, your highnesses, and I'm over it. I really think that, like, we came here because we were drafted by the military, and then we learned that actually everyone is a big piece of poopy, and I think really we just should go and maybe try to destroy the obelisks or figure out that whole situation. And why don't we just, I don't care. This seems to me like a personal family problem that does not concern us.
Ruth, I'm so proud of you. We just have to get you to actually use swear words. But I'm so proud of you.
Well, that would be blasphemy, and that's against one's mission.
Okay.
I don't think it would be blasphemy.
We'll
decided these words were bad words.
Marrika, we'll take the wins that we can take.
Timon goes, I would agree with you. I would agree that there was no reason to bring 6 outsiders into
You specifically requested.
No, Flora
Your
requested.
wife.
My wife turns to her wife. My wife wanted that.
My wife.
Well, that was an explanation of like, you guys.
Your
know.
highnesses.
I don't know.
Things are getting a little.
I can't say
heated
whatsoever where you guys have come through to this point, but I have done nothing but honest and truthful to all of you.
Your Highnesses, I think we're just feeling a little bit I think we're just feeling very confused about the whole situation, and we truly do mean no offense.
So what I'm understanding is, and this is Timon still talking, what I'm understanding is none of you want to make the decision whether he should live or die. Some of you are more leaning towards taking him back, and the other ones are just saying, we don't care.
I think it's not even that we don't want to make the decision, it's that we shouldn't make the decision. We have no stake in this game, really. We were brought into this as low-ranking military drafted people.
Well,
We have stake in this game, but we don't have the necessary geopolitical knowledge to understand the larger context of what the heck is happening.
And
here.
you know what? As long as we're airing our grievances, and I came into this whole thing, I was gonna be on my best behavior, but everybody else decided they were gonna go off. So if everybody else is going off, fuck it, I'm going off too. Look, Your Highnesses, and particularly Empress Koratashkil, you wanted us here because you saw a vision involving us. You wanted us here. You didn't fucking care what we had to say about this guy. You just wanted to see who we were, what our deal was. You've seen who we are. You've seen what our deal is. But also, if the vision told you that we were the guys who were gonna do the thing, then why not just trust that vision? Why drag us all the way out here? Why go to all that effort? Either trust the vision or don't trust the vision. But don't to say what Ruth almost said, don't dick us around like this.
I would never say it like that.
Look, you have already made up your mind. This whole exercise was about us, quote unquote, proving our worth or whatever. Well, look, as far as I'm concerned, the only people we have to prove our worth to is ourselves. So, if we feel like we're ready to do the next stage of our journey, then we're going to do it, regardless of if we proved ourselves to you or not. Now, some of us don't think you should execute this guy. Some of us think you should. Some of us don't give a flying fuck. Ultimately, that's not our decision. That's your decision. You have to make that decision. Stop having us be your get-out-of-jail-free card for making this decision.
Cora kind of stands up a little bit more straight, which is very funny because she's already 7 feet tall.
Oh yeah, we're shouting.
And
up.
also
yeah.
gay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Straight.
You listen here.
Where are the raccoons?
Okay. Well, to answer your question, or not necessarily question, you have all proven yourself worthy of what
Good.
needs to happen. Does everyone agree with what Haley just said? Okay.
Do we all agree?
I generally think that I should never 100% agree with Haley, but like I think he's pretty much on the nose.
Okay.
Looking around, we all are yes. Yeah? Okay.
I apologize. And I don't know how I can make it up to all of you for putting you in this situation. I'm sorry that I can't do that. If you are willing to still come to the trial tonight and just be there, because as my wife did say, that the servants of death are at our door and it's not safe to be really anywhere else but there. And we are having all of the citizens evacuate into the lower city, lower below the undercity of where the safe houses are to keep them safe during that time. I'm sure some of your insight would be appreciated, and especially in Derek's trial specifically. So, you are all, unless there's anything else you want to say, you are all dismissed, and we will see you tonight. Thank you.
Empress Cora, just wanted to say one last thing. The Undercity, very impressive. I know you didn't build that yourself, but like, it's impressive.
I oversaw the entirety of the makings of the artificial lighting, though. That was a big part of. That's something that I put a lot of input in, and there was a great builder. The technician, the great technician, was actually the one that installed it, specifically.
Cool. Oh, okay. So that's actually a huge trigger.
And not for nothing, but we can only proceed further on our quest because we accessed your library. I just wish you were... My frustration that I aired was over the pretenses that got us here.
Yeah. No, I understand. And that was... And I'm going to say on my part, that was fully selfish of me to do so. And that for that, I am greatly sorry. Barrick speaks up. Yeah, kind of sucks that that's how I had to go. I mean, I could have just done this with a bunch of people that were qualified and weren't civilians the other day, earlier this week. But at least I met pretty cool people. So
You met Haley Osborne.
Okay, I'm not in front of the Empresses. I can't fangirl. All right. Empresses, is there anything else you want to say to us before you dismiss us? Timon goes, thank you all for speaking your mind and being unafraid to address us as you wish. We will make the decision tonight of what the fate of the Blood Assassin will be. And it will be not your burden to bear. Good night, and we will see you all later. Not good night. It's in the middle of the day.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
It's breakfast time.
All right. So you all leave
Once
the throne
the
room.
door closes, I'm gonna say, I think all world leaders need to be yelled at sometimes.
Yeah.
Barrett goes,
I do agree.
yeah. I think I'm going to have a really stern talk with Liam when I get back.
You want us to do
I
it?
think you
would love to
really
yell at
should
him.
rein your bullion.
Well, the thing is, like, he's kind of my dad. So that's the
What?
whole thing. Well,
Oh,
adopted
I
father.
Forgot. Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I forgot.
Right. Raised you. Right.
Yeah.
You can't jump scare us like that.
Sorry.
I would love to yell at Liam McCarthy as well, because I could say the same things. I could say more to him, I think,
Fair.
than to those two.
Ari, how do you feel about all this? Because once we started, like, letting our feelings out, I think we lost any chance to do what you wanted to do.
I mean, like, we're all going to keep living and doing our thing. It's like Solar said, We said our piece. We said our opinions. And now we get to live with it. Right?
Right.
Very true.
We can't fault ourselves for, like... I read this on, like, the back of a, like, breakfast cereal once. Like, we can't fault ourselves for the decisions that we made in our past, because that was just our past selves, like, trying to make sense of the world. And just because we, like, learn more things later or gain more perspective, it doesn't mean that, like, our past selves made wrong choices based
There
upon
was a
the
lot of
information.
writing on the cereal box.
Barrick speaks up and goes, I just did the mazes on the back.
Oh, it's if you, like, solve the mazes.
Oh.
You have to collect like a bunch of different cereal boxes.
You gotta cut out all the letters and then arrange them in a certain way.
It was a collectible series. I spent thousands of dollars on cereal.
That seems like a poor financial state. All right. So, you guys talked. You guys did a little shopping. Akari made some charms. And you guys talked to the Empresses. You basically said, we want none of that fucked up sandwich. So we're going to send it back to the kitchen. So that's essentially what happened. All right. Time passes. Is there anything you want to do right before the trial? And I'll say, like, everyone can do at least one thing if they want to do anything. Nope. But once.
Hey, Haley.
I'll make another charm.
Sure.
That's centering me right now.
Yeah, what is it, Marrika?
Do you have any idea if you can, like, figure out which one of the lines off of me might go to my friend? And if so,
Which friend?
my friend Sheila.
I can try.
I just want to make sure that there's a line still there.
Sure. I think that's a brain plus special check, right, Sam?
Correct.
Oh, that should clear it. 34.
Amazing. You've met Sheila, like, very briefly. So you can easily find this line between. And from what Marrika is requesting, you're just confirming that it's there. It's there.
Yeah. It's there. Still there, Marrika.
Okay, that's good. I just haven't heard from her in a while. And all of this.
It takes a lot more than just like falling
No.
out of touch with someone.
I wanted to make sure she was still alive because she got drafted a while ago, and I don't know where she is.
So just to clarify again, and I feel like I've mentioned this before, and I know this is not necessarily
You're gonna tell me that this line doesn't necessarily mean she's alive?
correct.
Is there a way that you can? What direction is it going?
What direction is it going? North, probably.
All right.
Right? It's probably
All right.
going north, I would assume.
That asks the question. What direction? What cardinal direction is everyone facing in the room at this point?
Point to a direction. I just want to know.
It's going that way, and I point in that direction, and then I say the thing is, this is part of what I was bringing up when I didn't notice any strings from Father Ignatius or Sir Liam McCarthy, is that like even when somebody dies, you still usually have some kind of connection to them. Now, what I can tell you is the string between you and your friend and what's her name again?
Sheila.
Sheila, thank you. The connection between you and Sheila is not, it's not like, it doesn't look like the threads I've seen that connect people to a servant of death, right?
Well, that's good.
So, for whatever that's worth. But I can't tell you definitively that she's still alive.
Okay.
And I'm sorry that I can't do that.
That's okay.
Cool. Anything else that anyone want to do? Akari, you said you wanted to make a charm.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll do a good luck charm at this point.
Okay. Fantastic. Easy. You have plenty of time and resources that at your disposal. So, time passes. The sun begins to set, and you all make your way into the throne room again. Throne room in this kingdom is kind of a catch-all. There's a bunch of ceremonies and trials happen. There's actually not a lot of trials that happen in the kingdom of Gorul. Typically, there's crime rates very low. And if anything really does happen, it's pretty cut and dry, and usually doesn't have need of a trial. So, you stand in the throne room. The empresses are at their own thrones. General Timon is in their military uniform again, still carrying that hatchet that they have on their side. Guards begin to file into the room. The first person you see in handcuffs is the guard, Derek. Currently stripped of their military uniform, is now just wearing kind of like a white outfit, something that's easy to spot in the desert. Shortly behind him, carried in full restraint so he cannot move and is gagged right now, is Morvius Dalmas, the Blood Assassin. General Timon speaks up and says, "Tonight we hold the trial of the Blood Assassin, Morvius Dalmas, for the crimes against the realm and for murdering Prince Razim Tashkil, and his co-conspirator Derek Lelupin, who aided the Blood Assassin by sending a letter to his army, of which it marches on our doorstep this very second." You can look out and you see at the far reaches of the kingdom, you actually see a crowd of undead now forming at the walls.
We're still not worried about that, and I'm just whispering that to the others in the group. I'm not saying it loud enough. I just.
Not our problem. Not our problem.
All right.
We just look out for each other.
Timmons continues on and says, I've been given word that the northern, western, and eastern outpost have fallen to the bloodthirsty undead army that is now at our doorstep.
Yikes.
Luckily, due to the intel of our friends from the Great Alliance here, and she gestures to you, we were able to evacuate those outposts, and no casualties have been yet recorded because of that.
Well, maybe I'm not that worried about it.
But the Blood Assassin army will be here within the hour. And by here, I mean probably the capital of the kingdom. So, first, we have the traitor Derek Lupin, who will be judged. Derek walks into the center, is escorted into the center room. General Timon summons a creature that looks like a lioness, a little bit bigger, and has a bit of a different color to it as well. Timon goes, "This is my familiar, Sata. Those who are in her gaze shouldn't tell a lie. Those who have tried say it feels like they're being mauled to death by a beast within their mind. Trust me, the wounds may be fake, but the pain is oh so real. So I suggest Mr. Lupin, you tell the truth." General Timon begins to interrogate Derek. Derek, do you know this man? Tell me do you know this man in the room? And points to Morvius. And Derek goes, "I don't know who that is, ma'am." Timon goes, "Interesting. Do you know why you are here today?" Derek goes, "Yes, ma'am. I informed the servants of death of the location of the individual that I cannot recall at this time." At this time, outward the kingdom, you see one of the first walls crumble in the border, and undead start to flood into the streets.
Are we sure we're not worried about
Not
this?
fucking worried.
We're not
I'm
worried.
a little worried
I'm
about
getting
it.
worried.
Should we go help?
Timon goes, "Derek, why would you betray your own people, your siblings in arms, and the Empress?" Derek goes, "I was just following orders." Timon goes, "Orders from who?" Derek goes, "I was following orders from Empress Tashkil." Cora speaks up.
Oh, like good luck charm.
All right. Hey, gang, we need to get out of here. Hey, gang. Hey, Derek.
Can we start leaving?
Teleport us the fuck out of here.
Can we start leaving?
Cora goes, yes, and you did a great job following orders, Derek. I'm sorry that you had to get arrested. I wasn't expecting our guests to be so involved. They are much more cunning than I once thought. The guards now block the exit to the room.
Where is Barrett?
Barrick's right with you guys.
What's he doing?
Barrick is kind of in a bit of like, when do I say I object? But
This
okay.
isn't a Barrett.
Hey,
Does
Derek.
he have this
You
little
have
teleport
teleport
thing?
or not?
the
I wanna plunge my-
teleports us back into here. It doesn't go anywhere else.
Oh,
Fucking damn it.
I mean that could still be useful.
Wait.
General Timon goes, "Everyone, quiet down. Cora, why would you do this?" Cora goes, "All will be revealed in time. Guards, please ungag Morvius, please." Morvius has begun to ungag, and Morvius goes,
May we do things?
"You can go ahead and try to do things if you want."
I would like to attempt to possess the guards that are moving towards Morbius.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. What do we want? What is
It's a fight versus grit check.
Okay. Let me pull up the guard stats. Ooh, you're this is against a royal guard too.
Oh, well, this won't work.
Okay.
Is there fire in the room?
There's a lot of fire in the room.
Good.
Oh, of course there is. That's so great for us.
This is fucking fire.
All right,
Okay.
so you're looking up to beat a 31.
30 exploded. 30 what?
31.
Ooh, exploded again.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, take a point for being the first one to explode this session.
So I don't
Not
think
that
it's
there was
gonna
a lot
matter.
of
Well,
rolling
thank you.
involved.
Okay, that's two. It's not gonna happen again. No, close though. No, I can't hit it. It's a 22.
Okay.
Can I casually
Okay.
go to some
You
fire?
really got to emphasize on the casual part of it.
and try-
Because I
There's
know
nothing
what you're going to
casual about
do.
it.
I know what you're going to do. You gotta, if you're gonna say casually, you have to roll a, what is it? A charm. All right?
Yep. I'll
This
do
is
a
gonna be
charm.
high because tension is very high in this
I'm
room.
just gonna
While-
casually go eat some fire. It's totally normal.
Is there any way by me doing something else it could give Flora some kind of like help on this? Like if I'm distracting everybody by saying something?
Okay, let's talk about what's happening right now. Cora just admitted to betraying the whole kingdom.
Yeah.
Do you think
So-
that anybody is really focusing on you guys?
Okay,
So,
then can
okay.
I casually go eat
No,
some
you
fire?
cannot
Go
casually
casually
go
go eat
eat
some
fire.
fire.
There's no such thing as casually eating fire.
I mean, fine, then
I have a
then
thing
I'll
I want to
wait.
do
Then
regardless,
If
but
I don't think I
Don't
can do
have
it safely, I will wait until all hell breaks
No, you can
loose.
roll a charm check and see if you beat it.
Okay.
The charm I'm gonna set for you is like, it's gonna be like 25.
Yeah,
You'll
I have no
explode.
way.
Huh?
I have no
You'll
way.
explode.
Yeah, you could explode.
Wait, you get a point. You get a point if you roll and fail.
yeah, that's true.
I get a point.
Take a point. Okay.
I would like to turn to the general before the guards get to the blood assassin.
Okay.
And I would like to use Pluck the Strings, which only costs me 1 point to do, to give myself a +5 on a charm check against the general. And I'm going to say, General Timon, your wife is about to let the blood assassin free by ungagging him. If you want him dead, you have to kill him now, before the guards get to him.
Okay. Let's say this is going to be a brain check that they're gonna do just to keep their cool.
Hey, I didn't roll very good.
Well, unfortunately for you, that exploded.
It's you know, I'm just I
Yeah,
still
you're
think
just
those
suggesting it.
words. Timon knows what's happening.
Yep. Timon also has been in shock. That was a 31, by the way. Not 31. That was a 33. Sorry, I got.
No, not a chance. I didn't roll higher on my charm check, but I get that point
Good
back
point.
though.
Yep.
But I still say those things, and hopefully General Timon.
General Timon. Cora continues and says, "Guards, please ungag. Morvius Dalmas, please." The guards reach over and they take the gag out. Morvius says, "So, decided to join the winning side, huh? We could use a fire mage in our ranks. They really do some damage." Cora goes, "Ugh. You know, I never understood where that rumor started. I never got where everyone thought I was a fire mage. Frankly, I'm a little bit annoyed by it, but I'll set the record straight, and you all can bring this back to Nexus City. I'm not a fire mage. I'm just fire." She melts. And then moments go by, and a roaring wave of fire sweep over the streets, burning all of the undead in there. Cora comes back eventually after killing all these undead, going, I knew that there was nothing that you loved in this world like the way I loved my son. But I want to see the hope of power leave your eyes before you leave this world. I wanted to make sure that you had no armies that you would leave behind for death. And I wanted to make sure that you were powerless before your last day.
I'm so confused.
I sit the fuck down. This is too much.
I'm sitting back down as well.
She comes back. Her hair is all ablaze, and then she turns back into her humanoid form. The glow that she naturally gave off before is a little bit weakened at this point, and she goes, "I'm going to go sit down." And General Timon goes, I lost my space. Wow.
Can't play car motions like that.
I had to do something. We're getting towards the end. General Timon goes, my love, I can take it from here. As you may have known before, anything that the flame of the forge here touches burns. That includes the soul, the body, and the mind. There's no coming back from this. Even the undead can't survive. So after today, you have nothing. So, that said, what do you want, Morbius? Do you want to live and be powerless, or end it here? I'm going to do a 50-50 roll. Odds or evens? I was really expecting one you guys going easy one way or the other. So,
we were very much like, no.
Okay, so we're going to do odds, he dies, evens, he lives. Okay? Odds, he dies.
Rip Bozo.
General Timon brings him to the edge of the throne room, overlooking the fiery mess of the undead army that he just had, that her wife just unleashed a second ago, and goes, I hope that we'll never meet again in any form in any lifetime, and you don't deserve to breathe the same air that my son breathed. And takes her hatchet, cuts him from the top all the way down, and shoves him into the fire below.
He's gonna turn away. Okay.
So,
Does anyone have any mimosas from breakfast?
So what's like the general vibe in the room? Is everyone else going through?
Fucked up.
Why did you need us here for this?
Why did you need us here to make us have a panic attack? What was the point of that?
who are you talking to at this point?
Anybody, just
Talking to Cora.
Next to us, does that person seem like this is a normal thing?
All the guards in the room except for Derek seem very surprised.
Okay.
Did Derek know? Oh wait, no, Derek is the one on trial. I keep getting Derek and Barrett confused.
No,
But
wait a
Derek
goddamn
was not.
second. So Derek is just fine, like he's on the up and up.
Derek was in on it? Okay.
Derek was in on it. He was
But
just
your
following
wife
orders.
wasn't?
General Timon.
That's fucked up.
General Timon goes, yeah, I don't. You really should have informed me about this whole thing.
No, it's more than that, General. You need to go to marriage counseling.
Hey, maybe. Cora is slumped over her throne, visibly looks weakened from the amount of energy that she just had to put out, and goes, I apologize for not informing you all. I could not take the risk. Timon goes, but I could have helped. I could have, I could have drawn them closer. We could have didn't have to involve any of these people if we didn't need to. And Cora goes, it saddens me that this was the only way that I saw to bring these people here to the city, but it just had to be this way, and I am sorry about it. By not telling you, my love, I couldn't risk you knowing the knowledge and leaving the city outside of my protection spell and being able to fall victim of Lilith Windfeld's psychic abilities. She could have found out this information if that happened. So I had to keep it very under lock and key. And Derek never leaves the city, and I know that I could have entrusted Derek on this one.
Derek's a major loser with no friends.
Derek's actually a loser, okay? He doesn't go anywhere. Everybody's talking about it.
Cora goes, I wish I could have trusted you, but I couldn't risk it. I'm so sorry. I need rest. I need rest. Yes, Osborne.
When can we go home? Can we leave?
Yeah. I mean, you all filled up your end of the bargain. You can. I suggest you stay the night and then leave first thing in the morning. And
Hey, before we go,
should we not also get I believe we're going to be asked for some more information. That
If we go home.
No, we have to
when
go
we
back
go
to Nexus
home.
City because that's where the trail starts.
So, is there anything you'd be willing to provide? That
yeah, like his payment for, to quote Ruth, dicking us around.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah,
said
to
that
quote Ruth,
word.
for dicking us around, could we get...
Like, could you share the information that you learned from the interrogation with us?
Yes, I've already. After our first conversation, I decided to record all the information down in a letter, and I was planning to give it to you regardless at the end of this.
One bless
well,
you.
that's great. Thank you.
All right.
This has been a lot.
At this point, you hear a voice. Very clever, Empress Tashkent.
Yeah, another twist.
You did deal a very harmful blow to my master's forces, but it would appear in your weakened state you have let your guard down. A masked man with pointy ears and gray skin appears floating in the room. Barrett goes, Malachar.
Is that your brother?
Malachar goes, hello, big brother. It's good seeing you again. Malachar waves his hands. You are all teleported. And that's where we'll leave off at this
I should
episode
have had
tonight.
the fire. I should have eaten the fire when I had a chance.
Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching. And next time will probably be the finale of All for One, A Trail Vast in Sand. I hope you like it so far, and I hope you tune in for the last episodes.
Hey, General Timon, you should get a divorce.
See, have a good one.
Fucked up.
Bye.